Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Divine Panther Presents. Today, we're live streaming our review of STARZ new Black Mafia Family, Season 1, Episode 1. And after, watching Power Book 3, I feel like this is what I thought that show was going to be. So I was kind of happy with it as we watched the rise of two brothers. We got Big Meech and we got Terry. Southern T, as he will be known as one day, as Southwest Terry, as they build a drug organization from Detroit that will one day expand 5 states and 20 years and be the foundation for a music label, and just pretty much took over Atlanta for a while. But it all started in Detroit with two brothers that love each other. Back, thank you, Dante, for being back like I never left. It's almost like we never left, but we did change stuff around. But anyway, Stacy, what did you think with your chain and your jacket? What you got going on? Look like you blending into the 80s.
It was okay. It, like we talked before, this was kind of the more family drug drama that we thought book 3 would be. It was cool. I didn't hate it.
Oh, okay. That's good. Let's focus on that. I did not hate it. All right. Kim, how about you? Did you not hate it?
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either.
All right.
I really felt like I was like I should have seen some episodes before this episode, and this should have been like a third episode maybe, because I felt like I was dropped in the middle of it, and this is what's happening right now, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's how I feel.
So that's interesting, right? So because there's so much to tell, really, with the story, and watching a documentary about it again, seeing how big this the organization will be, how many years this covered. I always felt like I wanted to see them at their shit, in Atlanta, running this operation, and ultimately having the investigation that took them down. Like I kind of wanted to see that, but to take it back to Detroit, I was like, am I going to be interested in this? And I thought it was cool. So with Terry and Meech, and again, you're immersed into their family drama. I think like that's where it is, right? Like with Charles and Lucille, like they're already got drama things going on, right? Like clearly Charles is not too happy with Meech. Like he's a and like he kind of favors Terry, like to an extent. Lucille's trying to be the parent to kind of, be the buffer between her sons and her husband. Nicole is just kind of there right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming maybe she'll be relevant. Then we got baby mamas, plural, as we start to grow. So then we got Monique. So Monique is like, what is Meech's baby mama?
Yes.
And then Zoe is his child, even though we didn't see Zoe. But then we got Lamar. Lamar gets out of the mental institution instead of jail. And he's like, stay away from my bitch, as he runs over Meech. Because that's what hood love is. And I'm like, he reminded me of Omar Little, like in his scene at the burger joint, when like he was like, I want my burgers, and they're like, we don't make burgers like that, and then he just like whooped the shit out the dude and was like, and then the white family behind him was like, oh, we gotta get out of here away from these black people. I was like, yeah, I understand, like this is probably not a good look for us right now. But then you find out the backstory that he was like he was terrorizing all the other local crack dealers, in the area before he went to, the mental institution. So I was like, what's his story? Like, I wanted to kind of get into that. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool. How odd. The nigga is crazy. It's funny, Dante, you used the word.
He's saying that the daughter, that Zoe, which is actually Big Meech's daughter.
Yes.
It
is confusing, right? Because she's like, I'm the only father she's ever known. So I'm like, so when did Meech father said child, and then all of a sudden Lamar takes over as parent figure? Like, what the fuck is going on?
How old is Meech at this point?
He dropped out of
like
high school.
16, 17.
Okay.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, somewhere around there. But then she has kids, plural.
Yeah, plural.
So maybe his child is somebody else's, like one of the other kids. Like, is it really? Is it
That's
Zoe?
what I was thinking, that maybe she had an older child than she had Mitch's child.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. Dante, the fact you should bring the word niggas, I felt like the show could have been simply titled "Niggas." Like,
There's a lot of niggas going on.
It's a lot of niggerdom going on. Like, if you ever heard Beach speak, he's like, I watched it. He was like, I'm here for all niggas, light skinned niggas, dark skinned niggas, smart niggas, dumb niggas. This is all we all niggas can come together here. I'm like,
niggas. In nigga family.
In a nigga family, it's niggas united. Like, how about that? Like that's what this is. And I'm like, that's a lot. But anyway. The drug dealing is going relatively well. They work for Pat, and he's teaching them the game. To the Stacey and I were talking about how this show kind of reminded us of Snowfall, and I'm thinking it's the whole mama and daddy don't want nothing to do with the drug money, but we broke as fuck. And
I wonder if it's going to stay that way, because we saw Sissy flip real quick after that money started coming in.
Oh, it's going to flip. It's like definitely. If you watch the documentaries on this, it's definitely gonna flip. Cause like that was 100%. And I listened to the audiobook.
All right. Yeah, and then for Lucille to be like, oh yeah, baby, I forgot to tell Charles, my husband, that we're about to get kicked out of our house. I was like, how the fuck y'all not talk? Like, I mean, to be like, I understand you work and you give the money to your wife, but that's a conversation. Like, how's the bills going? How's your day going?
Like how are we at? Where are we at this month? Is everything well? We're short on the water bill, because they already said that he had to boil the water because they didn't have hot water, so that was an issue,
right? If we're sharing milk, then we need to be talking about the mortgage.
That was disgusting,
dude. I did the whole evaporated milk with water. I never had to share my milk with anybody. It never got that bad.
Powdered milk? They ain't got food stamps or nothing.
That's why I'm like, where's the food stamp? Like something. But it could be that Charles makes enough money that they don't qualify. It could.
And he's also one of those black men, one of those strong black men of the time, right? Yeah. They're not going to take handouts.
Also true, right? I mean, he could be like, hey, that's not.
If your kids are starving, like, suck it up.
But then, if your kids, as you see behind you, Stacey, are walking around in gold chains and fucking mink coats, like, there's something wrong with this. Like, either you kick your kids out or you say you need to help out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, your pride is gonna have you living on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then where the fuck is money going? And Stacey and I, we talked about this at any time we talked about the crack documentary, right? All of us who were broke as fuck, and the Republicans need to save us from ourselves or some bullshit. Like, we ain't got enough money in the hood. These people are selling crack in the hood to their own broke people and walking around in mink jackets and fucking luxury cars. So there's money in the hood. Like, I mean, what are you doing with said money? Don't act like you don't got it, because you obviously do. Where's the fucking money going? Like, I'm like, besides around your neck, you know what I'm saying? And to your baby mama, who's like, I'll take more money if you got it. I mean, she's kind of trifling. Like, I didn't appreciate this. It was
I know what they be laid up with.
What's up?
They know who they be laid up with.
I'm like, yeah, that's your second criminal you fucking. Like, I'm like, you clearly don't make good decisions.
She makes great decisions, because she ain't working nowhere.
She's getting wads of cash like this. She knows what she's doing.
I was like,
she knows exactly what she's doing.
She fucking up. I guess, at least trying to.
I mean, it's relative.
Yeah, right. It's hood up. It's not like high up, but it's hood up, right? I liked Detective Bryant was a very interesting character. I liked that. Like, this is what I thought Detective Howard was gonna be. Like, the dirty cop who's actually useful. Like, so
him and the Connect are brothers.
Really?
Like, they're real brothers. Yeah.
On the show or in real life?
Real life.
Oh, really? I did not know that. Pat,
Wait,
she said
Woody
Pat,
Harris?
Pat, Detective Brian, Pat and Detective
Woody
Brian. are
Harris. I forgot the other guy name. He's a Harris too.
Oh, okay.
I remember the bald dude from the practice. That's I mean, that was a long time ago. But
Oh,
that's,
yeah, Steve.
yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good show. And then
That was a really good
with
show.
the shit. But yeah, he was on that show. It was a good show.
Yeah.
But in this one, like, so when Meech come up, clearly they were talking about drugs. I know they were talking about getting rid of Miss Griffin. So like her being pulled over and like being, like intimidated to leave the crack
some
deal.
crack on her.
I was like,
and her son. I was like, oh shit.
Shit. I was like, she's like, you'll go stop tactics. He's like, no, bitch, this is Detroit. This is Detroit tactics. Like they didn't have crack back then. We got crack now. It was like, oh, my bad. Thank you. I thought that was awesome. Terry is also dealing with his own baby mama issues or trying to get a family together. LaWanda gave birth to their son, who apparently has the Flannery feet, which I didn't even get that. I mean,
that's DNA testing.
Right. All you gotta do is
look at our feet.
You got our feet.
These ours.
Family. So they are the 50 boys. The 50 boys because they sell bags of crack for $50. That's interesting.
That's expensive.
I don't know anything about crack. It sounds expensive. If you hood broke, that's a lot of money.
And I thought 10 vials of crack was like $10. So
this must be high value crack.
Yeah.
I mean, so I didn't get that, but then their competition is the 12th Street Boys. It's a lot of boys. And led by J-Mo, who therefore don't like and then
that's
so this
is Zane.
Huh?
What's that little Zane? He's still playing a teenager. He's about 40. The one with the high top?
Yeah.
He used to be a rapper like early 2000s.
Remember
Black on Crack.
No, oh fuck. Back to Power, the guy from Power. He always plays a kid. Rolla.
Oh yeah.
Remember? Because he was on Fear Street, still playing a kid. I'm like, you a grown ass man, bro. Like
he's grown. He had his own place in the projects, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, but he was. What show were we watch? Oh, no. City on the Hill. He was playing a kid. City on the Hill. Remember? That's what I'm thinking of when we reviewed that. Anyway, he was on that thing. He's a grown ass man. He was playing
in Fear City too. Fear Street.
Yeah, he was on Fear Street too. But like,
he was a teenager, wasn't he?
I mean, to Stacey's point, he had his own place. But like when we saw him on City on the Hill, he was playing like 15, 16 years old. And he's like 40-year-old man apparently. Like I was like, bruh. But you work with what you got. I mean, these are your gifts. So speaking of gifts, so in this show, it makes it seem like Meech is everything. He's the brains and the face of this operation, and Terry just happens to be there. Like, but like,
I thought Terry was the brains and Meech was more
Terry's
like the
smart.
muscle.
Yeah,
but he was like smooth, so he could kind of move better.
So in the documentary,
he's a swag.
Yeah, in the documentary, it made it seem like Terry was much more strategic in his thinking than we're seeing so far. It's only one episode.
But they're kids.
Huh?
They're kids now, so they're still trying to,
But Meech is moving. Meech is the reason why they apparently got into the business. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that got Terry in the business. And then to the point that the mom is like, be a better role model to Terry or leave him alone because he just does whatever you tell him to do. And I'm like, all right. I mean, it's like
he's the younger brother. That's why she said that.
That's a little brother syndrome.
That's a little brother thing. Yeah.
I was like, I ain't following my brother.
And he is smart. Remember, they're saying that was very good in school. And so the mom is like, if he's good in
is
school,
he going to choke?
maybe that's a far trip, but okay.
Or he'll fail the test on purpose. So he can stay in the street.
I'll stop watching the show. If they ever get to the point that he's like he could go to a college, he's like, nah, fuck that. I'm stay here and be my brother and sell these drugs.
I bet you it's gonna happen.
It definitely is. Terry's very smart, but Terry is smart enough where he's able to do the whole books and all that stuff and keep their money straight. So he's an asset.
It'd be interesting to see how they pace this story out. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they have decades they could get into, right? So so I don't know how long they're gonna stay in Detroit. They had enough music in it that was entertaining but not overwhelming. Like I liked that. Lamar's obviously gonna be a problem.
I have to bring my afro. Show me my activator.
The hairspray. You talking about the Jerry curl? Like, That shit was hilarious. That shit, I was like on point and hilarious. I mean, I loved it.
And it was dripping too. That joint was.
Yeah, that shit was like, the clothes was over the top. It definitely fit like the time that they're going for. So again, to see how much Lamar takes this whole stay away from my bitch situation, like how much he's going to be a problem. Is he going to join J-Mo and maybe try to take because he and use that because Meeks is messing with his woman? So is that going to be a thing? I do kind of want to get into that particular situation. Detective Bryant, I mean, how much is he going to be how does Meek as a low-level crack dealer have a cop on his payroll? Like what is this relationship? Because it looked like they legit he was legitimate his coach at some point.
That's why I think they connected, because Meech was on his team at some point when he was younger.
Yeah.
Because Meech is an athlete, so yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how they kind of roll that out. Terry, like again, using the brain, the meeting with the 12th Street boys at the basketball game, he was like, bro, like that's why I brought the gun, because I could brought the gun. Like he thought that.
You know what that reminded me of?
What?
Power Book 2 when Tariq went to the basketball game.
Yep.
And the highlighter sneakers snuck in with
Roger. It's like, stop it, 50. Stop it. Right? Like this. Dead cops equal dead work. Said in this episode and in Power episode 10, but both of them said the same thing. Dead cops mess up the business. So I was like, I see you, 50 Cent. Also, we got narration going on, but I feel like this is actually necessary because it helped me out with Lamar. I didn't know who Lamar was. I thought it was relevant, at least kind of catch us up. No, you don't need to. What?
No, I think so. Are you
saying?
I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was helpful.
Yeah. And then when Terry, when Terry got shot at his lady's house, like I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Because when I watched the documentary, they said he was a bystander. Like he wasn't at the target of said shooting. He just happened to get shot. But in this one, they went a different direction to be like he actually was the target of like a senseless crime. But that lays the foundation for so I don't know how far they're gonna go with the lawsuit and that kind of stuff, or they're gonna speed that up so that he can get the money and start the limo business, which really which launches them as an organization. That's gonna be interesting. So I thought it was a good start, to kind of figure out who the characters were. So Meech taking one for the team for Terry and letting his parents think that was his gun. And being put, I thought I was a good moment, but like I'm standing up for my little brother, like that's cool. And I thought
it's realistic. That was realistic.
I thought that was awesome. So Charles choking the shit out this dude after he tried to punch him. I still say, and this is what I was thinking, he showed proportional strength against his son than fucking Marvin and fucking Jukebox. Like I feel like Charles did a much better job of being like, I'm putting my child in his place where I try to choke the shit out of him. Right. But I still feel like I was watching Baby Boy.
Yeah, but he didn't get spit in his face, so whatever.
David, that is a totally different thing, man.
He said, "You punch me, I'm gonna shoot you like a street nigga." I'm like that was. I was like,
absolutely.
I thought that was good. Then at the party, I want to talk about the party because we got to talk about Boone and Lakeisha, played by
your girl. Why is her name always got to be some type of Keisha?
Why? That's not. Let's back this up. Why the fuck does Lala still take these roles? Was she some type of hood dude's light-skinned, big-ass girlfriend? Like
she is the same person in every role.
Yes.
I'm like,
it's for the cash. She's getting a divorce. She needs her own cash. So she got to get what she can get.
Can she be an executive? Can she be a cop?
Well, she's an executive on another show, which I can't remember the name of the show right now. She is playing an exec. Oh, she was on Grownish. She was playing an executive on Grownish in this season, episode 5, I believe it was. She was playing a businesswoman. She did a good job.
You are. I was like, because I'm like, like put. There's other things you can do with that ass. I feel like 50 shouldn't have done because I just feel like it's like another spin. Yeah, it is. It isn't. He did the theme song for this show.
Yeah.
That was not a good. I'm sorry.
A good song.
Terrible.
He should have did something else.
Yes. Bad.
Stop complaining, David.
What?
Roxy say, bruh, quit complaining.
That's what I do. Well, one, I'm not. I'm sure that's. I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry. That theme song is terrible. I love Raising Canaan's theme song. I really think it's catchy. Of course, I love.
You listen to the lyrics. It's kind of weird.
Yes,
like, it's a nice little song, but then they talk about killing people. I'm like, wait, what?
What? Have you? I've watched so many shows where I put on the subtitles and you listen to the hip hop like soundtrack. And you're like, do you fully appreciate what this shit is saying right now? Like the beat. Don't let the beat like cloud you to the bullshit that you're listening right now.
The BMF one, the people didn't make any sense. Like, what are you talking? I was looking at the closed caption. It didn't even make sense. Like the raps were horrible. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Well, that was all about the money. Like Nietzsche didn't give a fuck. I mean, he didn't actually think he was an actual music producer. I mean, he was on my like Lulu. Like he was just the cash behind it, you know. And I'm like, again, so yeah. 50 Cent's is fucked up shows. Like, so if you look at Power Book 3 and you look at this, right? Like he does the same silly shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's less about the characters and the story and more about him. Like I feel like somehow he's gonna write himself into the story somehow. Like if you got, huh?
He gonna be one of the OGs in the neighborhood. Watch, he gonna be sitting on the little thing. They gonna be like, "What's up, OG?"
Right. Just for a little bit, but he will.
It's like Spike Lee. He just gonna be
right. Yeah, and Spike
all in the video.
All on the soundtrack.
I was like, "Come on, bro. Let's let the actors do it." But Meech is
that Rick Ross song would have been good because that's the only thing I knew what a big beach was when I heard that song.
Oh,
my name is Big Meech, Larry Hoover, something, hallelujah.
I did not know
what is a big beach.
I was like, what the? If it was, that's why I wish Chris was here because he knows his shit. Like he was actually excited about this. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but let's just watch it. Like it's gonna be. I again watching Big Meech's like interviews and like him talking as a leader of his organization. I feel like the show easily could have been titled like Money, Clothes, and Hoes. Like that's like because in the end, that's what all their shit really revolved around. I mean, in the end, and I was like, y'all just simple, but you took it to the next level. I mean, they did a lot of like organizational building, and I don't know if they're going to get into again like the California Connect. Like what's the end game? What is the end game of this show? Mm-hmm. Y'all think? I mean, how you think they're going to 2005 when they got arrested?
Oh, definitely. I think it's going to be the whole story, but it's going to have, of course, a lot of truth sprinkled in there with a lot of just drama to make it better, Yeah. But I definitely believe they're gonna get there. In the beginning, though, I had a question. In the beginning, when of the show, the guy who had on the fur coat and his hair braided back, was that supposed to be Big Meech getting out of jail? Because Big Meech is not getting out of jail until he's
no. That's before he went.
That's right.
Okay, was that before he went? Okay, okay.
Like he's about to get arrested.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what they were doing. That's what they were doing. And then it's so I thought that he was going to get arrested and then be like, let's go back to the good old days. Like, how did I get here?
In case you're wondering how I got here.
Yeah, just in case you wonder why I'm locked up right now, let's go back about 20 years. I made decisions, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I thought these things were going to turn out differently, but they didn't. So yeah, that's and I was like, but that actor has been in something else we've watched, and I can't.
He's been on a lot of stuff, and at first I was like, is this his son? But then they flashback, I was like, okay, because I thought he was too old to be the son. But
yeah, because that young man's only 21 years old, so.
Okay.
But I forgot that it was. Yeah, him playing his dad is awesome. Like, but just like Ice Cube's son playing him. And then to be like, Dad, did you really do that in the hotel room? Yeah, son. Like, this is why I met your mama. Let's just say that. She got wild. Whatever. But like, I mean, but it's like, and then they're using the same house. Like, I'm trying to give this show some kind of credibility, but when you put 50 Cent in it and then you put fucking Eminem in it, it loses credibility to me. Like, it's hard for me to take this show seriously when I'm thinking about all the hip hop stars are going to be running.
But Kanan is always in. I mean, not Kanan. I'm sorry. 50 Cent is always in his productions. He just is. Like, he was in For Life.
Yeah.
Right? He was in there for a couple of episodes for life.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
he was in Power. It's just what he does. He's the Puffy of the Power universe, right? He is
of STARZ.
Of STARZ, right? Period.
I'm just like, I'm like, we already know Eminem's coming. We know, Snoop Dogg is coming. I'm like, who else is just like, what? Huh?
Yeah, Snoop is coming. He was on the soundtrack.
Yeah, he's playing.
He coming as himself?
He's playing a pastor.
Yeah, a corrupt pastor.
Yeah. You didn't see that? Oh yeah, he's playing a corrupt pastor. Got a fro and everything.
Yes.
I actually thought he was going to be in this episode. Then you got a boy playing his father in the Sopranos movie. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know. All right. I know. I was like,
and James Gandolfini's son is playing him. His
character.
character.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, like to be like, it'd be interesting how they go for the role. And they go, you know what? You're not what we're looking for. We need somebody else that looks more like your father than you do. Like, what? We're going a different direction. Charlie Chaplin entered a Charlie Chaplin look like contest and got 4th place. Like it happens. It's like no, you're not. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. But when I think about a prequel, I think about the bad ones, right? So like to me, like I would say like Smallville. Thinking that you want to get to Superman, like Krypton, and you're trying to get to Superman. Like, are they going to focus on the thing that's not why we even know them? And that is it going to end right when they're like, let's go to Atlanta and try something new? Like when Meech kind of branches out with their, because again, without a lot of time jumps, like they're not going to get there like in a timely manner,
It's got to have time jumps because they got to get out of they're in 1980 right now.
Yeah.
So they got to have time jumps in order to get to when Big Meech actually moved to Atlanta into the White House, up on the hill.
Yeah.
Which was basically his downfall because it was just too much.
When he put the billboards.
Yeah.
Like when Gotti had the newspaper article that was like Teflon Don, they're like, well, we'll see about that.
Right. Right.
Like, don't stop antagonizing law enforcement. Like they will come get. Also, pay your motherfucking taxes. Like, I forgot to say, I cannot, we shitted on book 3 so much. I forgot to bring this up. I'm gonna do this real quick. What the fuck does Raquel Thomas do for money? Because when Jukebox said,
she sells hair. Were we buying hair like that in
the 90s? She sells hair. She did say that. And I was like, when is she selling hair?
I was like, how much of book 1 are we injecting into this book? I know we're about to take a different turn, but I'm like, fuck Kane, like fuck 50 Cent and fuck these writers. Are we gonna be like every black woman gangster drug dealer just sells hair on the side? But back it up. What does she do for money? Like if anyone looks at Raquel Thomas, how do you own a house? How do you own a Range Rover? How do you pay for hair? I was mad. Oh, I was fucking mad. I was about to throw something. I was like,
I did not know that. Before she said that, I had no
It was never a thing.
That's
never a thing.
That's because it's not true. That's because it's not. I was like, if next season, if she's at any kind of hairdresser place, I'm screaming. If all of a sudden she's like, I gotta go open the hair, the salon, so that hair ain't gonna braid itself. I'm like, she's the only woman in the crew. Oh, anyway, let's talk about Kato. What's her name? Kano? She did a good job.
Kato, the woman drug dealer.
Yeah, I like how she held her own. I mean, she's really cool. I don't think, since she's the one that thought of the whole discounted crack so we can still make the money thing. Like Meech was like, hey, we got a plan, whatever, like get on board or get the fuck out. But then they ultimately used her thing. And was like, made a whole new side business with the selling crack on the side or whatever. So like, I just felt like she should have got more credit for that. But anyway, you can clearly see that Meech is in charge, because even Terry was like, you didn't talk to me about this. Like we could have talked about that. I love how both of them told their other guy to shut the fuck up when he was like, don't y'all hug or something? And they're like, shut the fuck up. Like I was like, that's brothers right there. I was like, that's chemistry. That's like genuine chemistry, and I like that. But again, we don't know the backstory.
Were they cooking crack in their parents' house?
They were cooking crack at somebody's house. I'd be damned that was not.
Yeah,
Charles.
I don't know if that was Lucille's house, but they were cooking that crack.
I thought they said, "Oh, mom and dad will be home by such and such or something."
That had to be somebody else's parents, because I know good and damn well like Charles would have killed fucking Meech for that. Because he did not play when he looked like fucking. He reminded me of Lucius Lyon when he's sitting up there playing that table guitar.
Oh yeah.
I was like, don't do it, 50. Don't do it, bro.
You know it's coming.
Fuck me, man. I'm gonna be like this. He's gonna be like, hey, guys, let's start a music career. Nicole's gonna be singing one day. He's gonna be like, babe, we can put you on a record.
It's hard.
The way Big Meech and them, they actually do get the record label. So maybe his dad comes to the studio.
That's why, but I'm like, but that's years. I'm talking about don't do it in Detroit. How is Eminem gonna play White Boy Rick? Like his credit is White Boy Rick, not father like of Rick. Like, so I'm hoping
de-agent.
They're gonna dude, that's gonna look horrible, bro.
If it looks like Candyman, I'm screaming.
Dude, they don't got that kind of money. I mean, I don't think 50 Cent, I don't think STARZ has that kind of de-aging money, but I'm a shit on the show. They try to act like this 40-year-old man as a teenager. I'm gonna be very upset. I'm like, we don't need that kind of star power, bro. Like who else could be
clearly it looks old now. Like, have you guys seen him lately? He thoroughly looks like an older white person now who has been on drugs.
I'm about to say that's what drugs do to you.
Yeah, those drugs have eaten him up. So
Haley could be in it.
She could.
Haley could be in it. She could be one of the black dudes, side white girl. They always gotta have a side white girl. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
what's that good white chick?
I saw a couple in the club. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? I was like, oh, affirmative action. I'm saying, yeah. I mean, y'all like crack too. Nothing wrong with that.
Black excellence.
But my fault. I was like, we gotta be where the mink coats are at. I was like, well, how you got me all these mink coats? And your mom about to get kicked out. They should have pulled. So Meech should have pulled a Franklin Saint move and just paid it off.
That's what they're gonna do.
Right? Just be like, mom, we did this. Don't even worry about it. We got the roof.
Like, here's the thanks. Peace out.
How about Nicole? Here's the money for the trip. I mean, they could do that. I mean, like, here's cash money for the trip. Don't even ask mom.
Just go to the school and pay it.
That's what I'm saying. This is not that hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know why they're acting like we don't know. And again, where are they going to explain this money comes from? Like, what legal job do they have to explain?
Washing cars and grass.
That's a good one. Yeah.
All right.
We were kids and we were broke. We would just go cut people's grass.
You
go wash a car or something.
I was like, that mink coat ain't. That's a lot of cars you washing.
I mean, it's fake.
Also, I love the fact that how somebody getting your car fixed also almost put you out your house. Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, damn. I'm like, y'all. And again, sons can't be like, oh, look, we just bought you a new car. Like, don't worry about it. Everybody does hair. Too many side hustles, bro.
We were buying hair like that in the 90s. I don't think we were.
It's a show. Let's not.
Well, no, there actually was a drug dealer because I watched it. You know how they had American Gangster where they had Ben Vereen doing the documentaries on drug dealers. Well, they have one for the women now on BET. And one of those women, it was in the 90s. She was selling hair. That was her backup. That was her business.
Wow.
And, she was selling weaving hair. Yeah. So
I was like,
braids and weaves and all that stuff. She was selling all of that. That was her backup for selling drugs. And she laundered money through her business.
Maybe that's where Courtney Kim got the idea from.
It could be.
That sounds very clear.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Monet's gonna do next season. It's like, we gotta get into the hair business. Because there's only so many drugs we can sell at the college.
I thought they owned a bar. I thought that was Monet's bar.
You never seen anybody at that bar.
There was never anybody at that bar.
That's that bullshit. Until they killed Uncle so and so who died in one. We're getting off track. All right, so let's not do that. All right, so BMF. Kim, do you think they can win your confidence back? Is there anything they can do to get you back on track?
I hope so. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it. I just felt, like I said, I feel like I was dropped into something that I miss a part of it. So I'm gonna watch it because I think it's very interesting. I think I know they're drug dealers, but I think that the whole story in itself is about family, and that and that's important, right? Because he had two parents at home, and we see him and his brother still fell into this whole drug game, But Big Meech, when you listen to his videos and stuff like that, Big Meech was like, I'm gonna ride this until the wheels fall off. So he knew there was the one thing of the reality of it. He had the reality in the beginning. He knew eventually he was gonna go to jail for this, but he was like, I'm gonna live as big as I can in this moment. I'm gonna do what I want to do in this moment, and I'm gonna bring everybody I love with me. And I mean, it is drug deals. I get that, but I feel like it's a family story at the same time.
It has to come down to family.
And I kind of like that part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to come down to family, and it's enough family that it makes sense. Like unlike book 3, like the family drama is necessary because it does kind of shape everything else. You know what I'm saying? Right. But again, it's about two brothers. Like we're gonna stick together. Hey, Stacey, what do you think? Are you looking forward to the season?
I think it has potential.
Let's
see if they bake their spaghetti then too.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's like let's see how much they get into this dumb shit. I felt like we should be calling this Power Book 4, but Detroit edition. Like I feel like that's what I'm feeling like. I was upset that Meech and a lot of ignorant, black folks do this, but I was upset that this fucker would compare the civil rights struggle to he and Terry trying to come up in the drug game. Like, you know what? They didn't give us anything. We had to fight for our freedom. We had to fight for the right to vote. So we gotta fight our way through the drug business. Shut the fuck up. Like that's not okay. That's not okay.
Just talking about, perseverance.
Let's not do that. I was like come on, bro. Like that's why you dropped out of school, because you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like go back and learn some shit, and you wouldn't say some stupid shit like that. But
he was smart when they were talking about Marxism. The dude kept bringing up his baby mama and his pullout game being weak.
And for the record, that was Terry, like fucking Meech.
That's what I'm saying. I said Terry was the smart one.
I said, tell some Terry got some shit. Meech is the one who said that dumb shit, and that's how he dropped out. But I love to be like, so is your brother? You both of you gonna drop out, take care of your babies? I'm like, motherfucker. I was like, he should got pulled out of class too. He was definitely instigating. I mean, it wasn't like Terry would just sit up there and fight this kid for no reason. And he held restraint for a very long time, because I thought that was going to be fist thrown a long time ago. Then I thought the white dude was going to get his ass punched out for no reason, kind of like what happened in The Chi, and be like, and he's like, oh, my nose is bloody, and both of y'all got to get kicked out of school. But none of that happened. Are we going to have a parent-teacher conference at some point when Terry gets expelled for fighting or selling drugs at school? At least
he got a bullet in his head. He has bigger issues.
Right.
Yeah. So we gotta get through that. So again, we'll see how they fast, because that could take episodes, and let's not do that. Like we need to get to the actual drug dealing. He's not gonna look like Nick Fury, no. But that lazy eye, like I'm interested to see how they do the lazy eye thing, because that was that, and I think that's why Terry was so in the back, because maybe he was like, you know what, like I'm not the face, like I got some things going on, but there's other things I can do. I don't know, maybe that affected his confidence and how he dealt with the. And
Big Meech is really, really a personality. Like he's huge. Like when you watch a documentary, you saw this guy is huge. Like when he walks into a room, it's with. Just you think there's like 50 people, he could be by himself, and it's amazing. Like he has a lot of charisma. He really did.
I mean,
that's interesting, because he's the little one, even though he's the big brother. He's the little one.
Yep.
It's that Napoleon complex, so he had to overcompensate to be like Kevin Hart. He's like, I'm small, but I'm big. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, so it's about what you got on the inside, and money helps, just like with Kevin Hart. So, would he have got the draws if he wasn't Kevin Hart? No. He wouldn't. But anyway, we'll get to that as episodes go on. I saw Lala's character look like she was giving Terry the eye a little bit. You think Terry's gonna get that?
Probably.
Yeah.
She's gonna be real trifling.
He'll just pass her to Big Meech.
Dude, that's I remember in the documentary where I watched, it was hilarious as fuck for these people to be like, BMF had such great business practices. For one, they said we all about family and we stick to the crew. In fact, they never fought over women. They said either hoes are shared or that's your own hoe, but we don't fight over hoes. And I was like, did they write that shit down? Or did they write a book of like how to keep niggas together? No fight.
I'm brother's keeper. Yes, I am.
I was like, is that gonna come up? I was like, hoes. Anyway, on that, I'm gonna say what's up.
I like their saying, see it, touch it, obtain it.
Yes. That
The
also
brother's
sound like a hashtag Me Too thing. Like sometimes you be like sometimes you gotta ask for permission though, sir. Like let's not do that. Anyway, back to the host. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. We do appreciate it. Thank you everyone for joining us in the live chat. We'll be here next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Actually, we won't because power won't be on. So we're gonna start doing this at 1. So this will replace the power slots. So join us next week at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we will do BMF episode 2. That's what we're gonna do. Thank you guys very much. We do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to this channel. You can like on the video, you can comment on the video, share the video. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. We're gonna help Stacy maybe get a new hairdo next week. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen. Put in the comments if you love Stacy's hair. Let's do that. Rings are also available. Put that in the comments. Whatever's. Anyway.
Earrings.
Oh, that's right. These are bamboo earrings that might be helpful. Everybody, please help. Donate. How? Email me, and I will put you in contact with Stacy's money situation, and then y'all can do that. We don't do Cash App on this channel. Anyway, that's a lot of things going on. So I'm gonna hang up on my friends because that's how I do it. Stacy, tomorrow you want to finish up All the Queen's Men?
Sure, why not?
You gotta watch that silly shit and be done with it. Oh man, it was bad. I complain. That's what I do. Man. I don't know why you act like you don't know this.